Hello, everyone. Nice to be there again for this new installment of the Gossip Weekly News Flashes. So remember, we are building this amazing chat application, a bit like WhatsApp or Telegram or Signal, but the goal is to make it more private, more decentralized, post-chat control, that it works as well for activists, for people who are in countries that are under heavy internet censorship, also for people who are in normal environments to be easy to use. So we're still building it. It's still in the early phases. So feel free to check it out. And today I'm going to give you some news on the development. So first of all, for those who have probed it before, you might have realized that in certain cases, when somebody adds you as a contact, it just appears as a notification asking you whether you want to accept an unknown person. Basically, they don't send their identity, so you don't really know who is adding you, and that's not great. So we first, remember, we added a possibility for the sender, for the person who sends the request, to add a little message explaining who they are, what they want. And this is called the announcement message. So when you receive the announcement message, you can accept or deny. But we improved it a bit now, and it's more smooth, because when people by default would not put any message, it would be an issue. Now it sends, of course, an option, you can uncheck it. But by default, it sends your nickname when you add somebody, so that that person knows who's adding them. Because the cryptography is so strong and the data shared, there's no metadata, there's nothing. We had to implement this as an option so that it's a bit more practical when people use it. At least you know who's adding you, or at least who they pretend to be. And it's way more easy to use thanks to that. Another thing is we had some issue with marking messages as read unread for long messages. Now it's fixed. Also, we added support for the Masa name service. So this means that now you can actually associate your Gossip account to a Masa name on the Masa name service, Masa name system, sorry. And the way that works is that if you reserve a Masa name, an MNS, it's a bit like ENS for those who know Ethereum, you get a name, and this name links to your public keys on Gossip. So people can find you using that name, which can be practical. It's an option, of course. So feel free to check it out. All of these will be released soon. All these features together, all these updates, improvements. There's also a lot of bug fixes in the back. There's improvements on retrying sending messages, etc. Under low internet connectivity. So all this stuff was improved, and very soon we're gonna release a new official release. And this you can probe, play with it, and you can already try it now, but not everything is there. So feel free to try it soonish. But the most interesting part is what we are working on right now, what we are building, what's not there yet. One of it is, of course, still improving the session logic, make it more robust, etc. But also be able to have the plausibly deniable session system. So Masa will be the first chat, to our knowledge, to incorporate the possibility to have multiple accounts. And some of them are, you can hide, they're hidden by default. You just enter a password, and if it's the right password for one of the accounts, it's going to open it. And contrary to other applications where the other accounts are just hidden in the interface, this one, even if they scan your phone or your laptop, they cannot see that they exist. They are plausibly deniable. So this is something we are currently implementing. It's a bit complicated. It's pretty advanced stuff. It's some original algorithms that we have figured out with some mathematics and stuff. If you're interested, you can check them out on GitHub. But the interesting thing is that it's being worked on now, and now we are convinced it's possible, and it's going to arrive soon as well. I'll keep you updated on this. So apart from that, we are also the backend part. So how can we make gossip viable even in heavily censored? Because unfortunately, all the existing known chat apps, the big ones, assume that you have very good internet connection that's not censored, etc., etc. But if your government censors access to their servers, nothing works anymore. And that also applies to Session, SimpleX, and all these guys. The only ones who would work are stuff like Briar or BitChat. So they all use their own systems, basically. And our goal here is to gather all these ideas into one backend and allow gossip to work under any network circumstances and to automatically route around different possible network failures. That way you can automatically route through mesh networks, through government allowed apps, through things, and always be able to reach your destination with messages. So this is very tricky, very complicated to implement. We are still breaking our brains on this, but it's moving forward. And yeah, that's the main news. There's going to be a release soon with many of the features I mentioned. And as soon as the plausibly deniable accounts are released, I'm also gonna notify you. And the goal will be to try to probe it, see how it goes, especially for people who are in contact with activists, journalists, people who need this privacy. This is particularly important when they cross borders. We have really high hopes for this because it's the first time it becomes convenient for these people to cross a border without sweating. Yeah, that's the main things for today. If you have any questions, any ideas, feel free to send them to us. Feel free to come to our socials. Feel free to try. It's still in pre-alpha version, so expect bugs, but we're improving it every week. New releases are coming, and there's going to be new stuff, new improvements, new features, and I hope you will like them. Well, thank you everyone, and see you next week for the next weekly. Bye.